Liban Fuad. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Very well.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Mixed emotions, should we say. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. This is just another day in the office for us. Just another day in the office.
Hey,
yeah.
it's a big one, though.
Yeah, it's a big one. It is a big one. Probably the biggest, I'm not going to lie, that we've had in quite a while. The most important one. But, we're going to do what we do best.
And that's, we'll talk over a few things. Agree, disagree. But welcome, people. As you guys are fully aware, Europa League final coming up. Welcome to the Face Off.
Spurs needs this win more than Manchester United. 3, 2, 1.
I disagree.
Factually, we need this more than you can believe. Haven't won a trophy since 2008, brother.
Yeah.
You've already won this trophy. You've already had seasons where your season has been rock bottom, but you've papered over it with a trophy. Last year's FA Cup, the year before Carabao Cup. You can't keep getting away with this. We need this more than you can believe. Of all the clubs that get talked about as the big six, there's one that doesn't have many trophies, brother. We're starving here. They haven't seen hunger like this since the Oxfam adverts in the 90s.
I disagree, and I'll
Tell
tell
me
you
why.
why. Everything you said is exactly why you shouldn't win it. This is your history. This is what you are. You're used to it, This is nothing new to you. If you lose this final, just another day being a Tottenham fan. It's normal.
It's not.
Like you said, what, 2008?
It's a long time.
I need
It's
to
a
think about
long
things
time.
that were happening in 2008. Barack Obama.
Bro, he wasn't
that was
even
his
in
first-
office.
That was
George,
his first.
I think that was George Bush's second spell.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy was flying in the
Yo.
WWE.
Orton,
Yeah, he was
villain
the
arc was
champion.
peaking.
Yeah, crazy. I think
That's what I'm saying.
Drake didn't even drop his first album. It's a
Drake
long
wasn't
time.
even
It's
out.
It's a long time. I'm telling
Kanye
you.
was doing
Kanye was-
work it harder, make it better, do it faster.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Cardio was normal them times. My point is here that you're used to it. Whereas Man United, I feel like there's a lot of pressure. I feel like there's pressure every season, regardless of what the season is, how bad we're doing, how good we're doing, that we have to deliver trophies. And I think for what's going on right now in terms of moving forward, I think United need this trophy desperately. We need Champions League football. We need the money. Champions League needs Manchester United.
For the past, since 2014, we have seen a gradual decline. And you've been able to paper it over with the UEFA Cup before.
Yeah.
This is almost like the final nail in the coffin, I feel like. You helping us end our trophy drought.
Manchester United helping Tottenham.
This is what football is all about. Football narratives, football arcs. Finally, the underdog rises, and those big bad bullies of English football.
What did Jose Mourinho say famously? Football heritage. You can't cheat it. You can't lie about it. Okay, you can't deviate away from it. Okay, football heritage always prevails. Your heritage is you don't win trophies.
Hey,
I think the heritage needs to carry on. I think it needs to continue, and I think Manchester United has to win this Europa League.
Ange would have finished higher than Amorim if he managed United. 3, 2, 1.
I think I'm going to disagree with this one.
I disagree with that completely.
The reason why I'll disagree with it is I think you guys have had similar issues as us in terms of injuries, in terms of big gaps in your squad. And Ange hasn't been able to handle that at Spurs. And I feel like at Spurs we probably have better individual players across the field, whereas you guys might have certain players that are definitely better than some of ours. But overall, he hasn't been able to do that with a better group of players. But now in a United situation where it will be more pressure, more eyeballs, I think he would be cracking, especially with the way he's been cracking under the Spurs pressure of just, hey, can you get a trophy? Can you get some good, consistent football going? If he went to United, I don't know how much better he would do under Amorim. And I think Amorim's kind of made himself a bit of not a media darling, but he knows how to talk himself, if that makes sense. And he talks well. And I feel like Ange, he looked like he could do that at the start of his Spurs career, but now he just seems like a prickly old man who's just, ready to bite at the first kind of stab at him.
No, I agree. Literally everything you said, I agree. I think if you look at the managerial history we've had, some of the names, some of the credibility of those managers, and they've all struggled. Problems are similar. I think our issues are very similar across the board. And I think at Man United, like you said, the pressure's a lot higher. You see it with Ten Hag, with the previous manager. You see it with the current manager. You've seen it with all the managers that have come before him. The pressure at Man United is different. And I think someone like Ange, coming from obviously being an Aussie as well, being that he doesn't have the CV, I think they would have the caliber. I think they would have ate him at the first. I don't think he would have been in the job as long as he's been in at Spurs right now. So 100% I disagree with that.
Only Bruno gets into a Man United and Spurs combined 11.
Hey, you're taking the piss. All right, go on. All right.
I don't know how much I want to shithouse this. I'll be fair, you know. I could have been an arsehole right here.
Should we do it? Should we do one right now? Combine
I
11.
mean, we could do one. I don't mind.
Alright, let's do
let's
one.
do one.
Let's do combine 11. So,
I mean, I think it's safe to say goalkeeper.
yeah,
we don't need to discuss.
that one. Oh no,
Put that in
don't
the bag,
even-
Vicario. Thank you for your
it's,
entry.
it's between Vicario and Bayinda. Oh no,
Who?
Bayinda.
Hey, we saw Bayinda against us in the Carabao. You know why you got eliminated? Yeah, you remember?
No. I'm just saying, if I was to put a goalkeeper forward, it's not even on Nana.
If we go right back now, I think you've got a few interesting options of Dallo and Mazraoui.
Yes.
But I think Porro, in my opinion, in terms of his attacking output, I think the only person better than him is Trent.
So what one would you feel you with more confidence?
And
I
the
just
thing
feel
is,
like
I love
Mazraoui gives me
Mazraoui.
more confidence.
Achi,
Yeah.
you know, come out of the Ajax
Yeah.
Academy, one of
Yeah.
my brothers.
Yeah.
But put the Achi in the bag. Amorim
Yeah.
had Porro right now.
Yeah.
Who would be starting at right wing back at United?
It'll be Porro, I can't lie. Okay, you know what?
Porro
Fair
goes
point.
in the team.
Fair play. You know what? Fair point. You made a fair point. I'll give it to you. A fair point.
Yeah. Left back.
Left back. You know what? I'm not even going to argue that one. Have that.
Destiny.
Have that one.
I mean, I could put Spence, I could put Destiny.
you know what?
I
Have
got
that
choices.
One. Have that one.
Now we got
Cheeseburger.
centre back. Mickey van der Ven. Which one of your bozos is going to come compete with this unicorn? That is what they call the ultimate insurance policy.
How many games has he played
When
for
you
Spurs?
take out insurance of your car, they
Yeah.
offer you comprehensive, then they offer
Yeah.
you Mickey van der Ven.
Okay.
That's the ultimate protection there.
But I'm going to ask you a question. What is
What?
the best attribute to have as a footballer? What is
I know
the
you're
best?
gonna say availability.
What's the
'cause
best
Sancho ain't
attribute?
available,
Yeah,
Euro ain't
yeah,
available,
yeah.
Maguire's
Listen,
only available,
listen.
De Ligt is
Listen,
only available.
out of the two, out of the bunch, I'm telling you now, the least availability is coming from Mickey van der Ven. I'm telling you, that guy plays like 10 games, has good performances, and then you don't hear from him again.
But those 10 games.
I don't need that.
You're going to bring 5-4 Lisandro.
All I'm saying is, we got
5'3" with an attitude. 5'3" with an attitude. Come on, brother. What are we doing?
listen, you got one speed merchant, the guy that just runs, yeah, and then you got the other guy, the Heyman, the crazy,
The World Cup
Argentinian.
winner.
Yeah,
One of the best centre backs in the league.
I think centre back is the one department I think Man United are having abundance. I think personally,
You actually have good options.
we have good options,
But I
still,
don't
so-
think you have better options.
Harry
See the
Maguire over the
others?
last couple of years.
Harry Maguire, last couple of years.
Yeah,
You
because
could
he's
say last couple
yeah,
weeks.
the last couple of years,
Last
he's
couple
improved.
months,
No, he's improved.
maybe
No,
a
last couple
stretch.
seasons now he's improved. I can't lie.
Seasons, you're
He's,
stretching.
no, season.
You're
No.
stretching.
No.
Don't make
No,
me
listen.
go through your Twitter history.
Listen.
Don't make me type Maguire in your search bar, bro. Because I know.
Hey, listen, I'm giving you a choice. Out of the bunch, listen, the only fair way to do this one, right, yeah? I feel like with the centre back is you have one, I have one.
I'm going to one candidate forward.
I'm going to put Euro forward.
Just to move on,
Yeah.
I'm going to allow you to have Euro. Because I like Euro as well, I'll allow Euro. Euro
So
Van der Ven.
Euro Van der Ven is
Now
fine.
let's go midfield.
Let's go.
You got Bruno.
Yeah.
He's the one we're saying that
Yeah.
goes in.
Yeah.
The next to him, Madders.
We can't have both of them in that lineup.
Why not?
It still wouldn't work.
Two creatives. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
it's
This
not
is
gonna work, man.
free flowing football. Remember, that's how we ended up with Porro right back.
Madison and
See,
Bruno
this is
fighting.
Years of Ten Hag.
Listen.
Years of Ten Hag.
Bruno and Madison are fighting for the same
rotted his brain.
position. What type of formation are we playing? Are we playing
4-3-3.
4-3-3
with the
with-
sitter.
so
And
who's
the
sitting?
sitter, do I go Bergvall? Do I go Gray? Do I go Bentancur?
Casemiro?
Ozempic has done him wonders. I can't lie. Ozempic
Well, whatever
has
it is,
saved his
whatever it is that
career.
he's on.
Because
Yeah.
the uncle in the corner shop that he was at the start of the season ain't the bodybuilder he's looking like right now.
Exactly, so-
I'm impressed.
This is Real Madrid Casemiro we're talking about right now. This is the Real Madrid.
See?
This is Hala
Why
Madrid.
man always gotta go too far?
This is Hala
Why you
Madrid.
gotta go too far?
Hala Madrid. Yeah, since January, Hala Madrid.
Kind of annoying that maybe Casemiro does sneak into this.
I'm
I
telling
think.
you he does, I'm telling you.
In a weird and annoying way.
And the fact that he's been rejuvenated now, he's getting.
I
he looks
kind of
better shape.
respect the hustle.
The
and
new
especially
play.
A lot of you United fans
Yeah.
turned your back on him, man.
I spinning the block.
Pune FC,
Yeah.
Goa FC, Dakar FC.
New York City FC. I'm telling you.
If we're going front line now,
Yeah, front line.
let's just forget the number 9 position for your candidates.
Yeah.
Solanke will go there.
Yeah.
Kulusevski on the right wing.
Over Ahmad.
Who?
Over Ahmad.
You could put Ahmad on the left if you want.
Nah.
You can put Ahmad on the left.
Nah, we're gonna put
There is-
Ahmad where he plays
Let me tell you
naturally
something,
and it's on the
There
right.
is no way Kulusevski doesn't make this team.
I think he doesn't.
There is no...
Not over Ahmad.
Someone must exit this team for my Kulusevski to be here.
Yeah.
If it must be Ahmad Diallo, it can be the Ivorian,
No.
whatever you lot call him.
A Swedish guy ending with the name
Yo,
was
speak
Ski.
kindly
I
about
already
Sweden.
don't trust him.
Your
Your name
better
is
speak
Ski
kindly about
and you're
Sweden.
Swedish. Come on,
You
man.
better speak kindly
Something's
about
not right
Sweden.
already. Something's not right. Something's not right already. So
What?
for me, Ahmad Diallo is the truth.
It could be Ahmad and Kulu and Ahmad, I don't mind it.
What is Kulu's best position?
Kulu, it can be a multiple.
No,
the
no.
10 or the right
Answer
wing.
the question.
Genuinely.
No, what's
genuinely.
it- well, for
I've
you,
seen him
for
play
you.
top tier.
For you.
For me,
For you, who's the best position?
I would say the right wing.
Right wing? But I'm telling you, Ahmad's playing that.
I'm telling you.
So, Ahmad's going in right wing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you're saying Kulu shifts about,
Yeah.
can we put Kulu on the left?
Oh, who plays on the left?
Who? Yeah, wallahi, if you mention that blonde you, I dare Liban. I will.
Alejandro Garnacho!
Yo.
Superstar! My boy
Wallahi.
out of Argentina.
We will be here for 2
Garnacho.
hours before he gets in the team. Kulu, Ahmad, Solanke. I think that's it. Come on. Yeah? Fair. He managed to get more than one United player, and I
Yeah.
thought that would be the case.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be one or like Ahmad.
Yeah.
Ahmad was the one I was
I nearly
like,
finessed
hey,
you out of more though towards the
I
end.
can't lie, yeah.
I nearly-
Casemiro, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play, I can't lie. That one, my guy's just, I can't decide on one of them.
Spurs will be back competing for European places before United. 3, 2, 1.
I think when you look at both of our futures, and this isn't, the old heritage line, and I think you guys are relying on the name of Man United to essentially just bring you back to where you are without
Yeah.
an actual strategic plan. I think if you look at us from a business aspect, I think Levy
Solid.
has pretty much sorted it out.
Yeah.
I think you look at a lot of our players, young players who are going to be here on long-term contracts for the next 4 or 5 years. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of good young talents, in my opinion. You just need to find the right manager and a few bits of top-tier quality.
Yeah.
And I think this club is competing for European spots. I think this season is just like a blip in our radar. Whereas for you lot, I think financially, you're kind of cooked. Structure-wise at the club, the ownership, I'm not sure you lot are even convinced they know what they're doing. The managers just come in, and even some guys are calling for him to be sacked already, win or lose the final. So I'm kind of looking at you lot, and I'm like, what is the bright spots?
The only reason why I don't like this statement is because I think a lot of it, again, does weigh heavily on what happens in that Europa League final. I think what happens at Europa League final would determine a lot for the future of both clubs. I think if United were to win this Europa League, then I think they will be in a lot better position to then make Europe, I think, for the future seasons. I think it will set the platform that they need. After going into the market, rebuilding the squad.
You
and
think
go
so, though?
forward.
'Cause
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lot
I
are
do. I
talk-
genuinely
you lot
do.
are like,
I genuinely do.
100-odd million
Yeah.
in debt for transfers that you've
Yeah.
already made.
Yeah.
Then you've got players at your
Yeah.
club that are on like ridiculous wages that you need to get off the books
Yeah.
as well. Like there's so much that needs to happen. Even if you did win the Europa League,
Yeah.
I can't see all of that
I
happening
you
in
know
one
what it is?
summer.
I think it's more so. I do generally think, regardless of whether we win the Europa League or not, people are leaving this summer. That's a guarantee. Players gonna be sold. Players gonna be let go. The fact that we let Rashford go on loan, we let Anthony go on loan, it's already Sancho as well. It's already an indication that players are being pushed out the door.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those players will leave this summer. A lot of players are leaving on freeze this summer. So I think Man United will start to rebuild the squad this summer. Obviously, you won't get all your transfer targets in one window, but I think the process will begin from there. But I do think if we win the Europa League, for our targets, it would make it a lot easier for us to get the targets that we want with Champions League football, with the money that's coming in from that. Not obviously Champions League, it can also inhibit your progress in terms of playing more games next season. You're gonna obviously need a bigger squad, whatever. We understand that dynamic, but I do think with Spurs, the fact that you have a better squad than us this season, but yet you're still in the same position as us. I think you have a way better squad than us, but yet to find yourselves in this position, is that more so on Ange as a manager, would you say? Or would you say that's just a Spurs being Spurs and, falling short?
I've had the worst injury crisis, I think, a long time amongst many Premier League teams.
Yeah.
I think people talk about the Liverpool one and the Arsenal one a few years ago. Bro, we've had every player in our squad. Vicario, Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, Maddison, Kulu, Solanke, Son.
Yeah.
Like, I've named you Bentoncourt, the
Yeah.
entire 11 there, Destiny.
The only reason why I asked that question, though, because I generally don't think if Angelo win this Europa League, I think he's gone.
Oh,
But he's out the door. And then,
he might be gone
and
even
then-
if he
and
wins
then-
it.
Despite losing against Spurs 3 times this season, Man United go into this as favourites. 3, 2, 1.
I disagree with that.
You see, the typical United trying to play the underdog card. Bro, you are the favourites, yeah?
I disagree.
And purely because of exactly what he said. And you said this earlier as well.
Now you're going to beat us, big
because we haven't won.
You're going to beat us, big bro.
Chill. You haven't beaten us since 2022. This season we've done the league double over you. First time in Premier League history. Knocked you out the Carabao Cup already. So it's kind of like, this
So
is
why
a
would you
given.
not be the
This should be
favourites?
Spurs' right.
So why would you not
But
be the favourites?
exactly because of that, if you don't know about Dr. Tottenham will see you now.
Yeah.
And the other thing.
So he's saying,
No. I'm saying
Yeah?
it's the reason why a lot of people would think, this is typical Spurs
Yeah.
to go and throw this up. Other big factor, reason why you're favourites. Maddison, out injured. Kulusevski, out injured. Bergvall, out injured. That is all 3 creative midfielders we have. All we have now is workhorses.
Yeah.
So how Ange is going to figure that hole in the team out, Lord knows.
I agree and I disagree. I think by name, we're favourites. Manchester United, Tottenham, I think the name, if you're just going off just name alone, yes, some people would argue that we're the bigger club, so we should be favourites. But if you actually look at how the season's actually played out, also our record against you over the last 5 games, our last 5 games against you guys, we've lost 4 and we drew 1. So going into this game, I would say that you are the favourites. Just because the fact that you've beaten us already 3 times this season. Even the way you play football, I think you play football better than us. I think we don't. You have at least
overstated.
more, but I think you have more.
More semblance of identity
than we do. Okay, and I just think that with the way things are going at Man United, I think there's a lot more pressure in the sense that we have to kind of deliver it. So whereas with you guys, I think
we have pressure as well.
Yes and no. I think if you lose,
listen,
it's not
Ange
the end
said
of the world, it's Tottenham.
Ange said he.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, it's
Ange said
Tottenham.
he delivers a trophy
Yeah.
in his second season.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting you to be a man of your word.
He's feeling the pressure more than the players are feeling the pressure. I'd say on paper, in terms of going with the record, head-to-head record currently, you are the favourites. Statistically, you are the favourites.
There's one thing we both know.
Yeah,
Football isn't played on paper.
of course, and that's exactly why Man United are going to win the Europa League.
Hey, I may have just made him his cotton case.
As a whole this season, United deserve to win it more than Spurs.
Come on, man, stop.
3, 2, 1.
Come on.
I'll be honest, yeah, we're crooks. You know that. You know, if we let me tell you, if we win the Europa League, this will be probably, in my opinion, from what I've seen, okay, the biggest football heist I think I've ever seen in my life. You know how we even got into the Europa League? You know how we even got into the Europa League to begin
FA
with?
Cup last year.
FA Cup against Man City.
They scummed
Yeah. Somehow we pulled it out of the bag, and to be fair, we actually played better than them and we beat them. But we finished 8th that season, so we missed out on the Europa League place. The only way we got in was winning the FA Cup. So we got into Europa League by winning the FA Cup against the odds, against Man City,
And now you're
finishing
trying to
8th.
sneak into Champions
And
League.
now we're trying to sneak into the Champions League,
That's not
finishing
even, that's not even
16th.
going through the back door. That's going through, you know, the little cat box.
Yeah.
You're trying to squeeze through the cat box.
What movie is it? That clip where you see those burglars come out and the police officer just
Home
looking at
Alone.
them? That's
Home
what
Alone.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's you, man.
That's it. We're going into places just and no one's doing nothing about it.
Like, some order has to be restored. I'm sorry. and I respect it that you lot in your worst era have still been able to leave with silverware. Still been able to, at the end of the season, you're able to pull Sharky in there.
Yeah.
Come. What did you collect this year?
Yeah.
Come. I love those conversations.
I'm telling
I'll be
you.
sitting there with my popcorn.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But it's nasty work.
It's nasty.
It is
bro.
nasty work. I'll be honest, it is
And
nasty.
after a certain point, 1 year,
It's-
cool. Carabao,
Yeah.
Ten Hag, enjoy. Next year, FA Cup, cool. You know what? 2 years, you're nasty. 3 years, listen.
Yeah. Do
Listen.
you want a
This
spoiler?
is haram.
Do you want a spoiler? I know FaZe will like to come here and do spoiler. Do you want a spoiler?
Spoiler. Hey,
Spoiler is-
you know the last time they did spoilers on here. You know how that.
The spoiler is Tottenham beat us.
Shake my hand. I like that.
Because I know there's a spoiler cast here. I had a dream. That's how I'm gonna twist it. I had a dream. I don't want to use that word. I had a dream. I had a dream.
Luther King.
I had a dream. Yeah, that's what it is. I had a dream, yeah? That one day we'll go on to win the Europa League. And then we're going to cash in. You know, like WWE, money in the bank. We're going to cash in that money in the bank briefcase and then go on to win the Champions League.
If that was to ever
I'm
happen,
telling
UEFA would need to fold.
What's this?
Devils.
Works hard.
Devils.
Works hard.
What
What the hell is that? You got a flamingo. They got a flamingo act on a ball. Well, like, that's not serious, man. That's a circus. That's a circus, bro.
around.
You know, people used to pay back in the day. You know, back in the Tudor times, they used to pay to watch stuff. They used to pay to watch stuff. Like this. Back in the Tudor times, bro. Henry VIII and that.
Bro,
They used
said the
to pay.
Anglo-Saxons.
Listen, they used to pay to watch this. You know, they used to pay money to watch this type of performance. Flamingos balancing on balls and that, bro. That's crazy. You know, Ten Hag gets a medal as well.
Hold on.
You know, Ten Hag gets a medal as well.
Explain now.
We're doing this for you, Eric. We haven't forgotten about you.
Riding her Ben.
Ride the storm. Still.
Red card. Get him on.
Spurs will win the Europa League. 3, 2, 1.
Inshallah.
Inshallah they don't.
It must. For me, it's a must. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. There's only absolutes. Shout out James Redmond. Because, brother, as I said to you earlier, you have been scumming your way the past decade. You have been on a steady decline. This needs to be the full stop in your decline. This cannot go on any longer. And for us, I'm sorry, we are the starving child that deserves to be fed finally. Yeah? We have gone far too long. As a fan base, we have been a social experiment. What kind of fucked up things can we put a fan base through to see if they'll still support? We've seen it all, and we've won nothing. Ruben Amorim, pack your bags, lads. Culture camps will see you very soon.
Are we putting all the truths down now? Like, I'm talking to the production team behind this. We're gonna be honest right now. I'm gonna put all the truths down. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to be here. That's the truth. I don't know why I'm here, sitting with Tottenham. Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you. I'm embarrassed.
No, you are.
No, wallah, I'm embarrassed to be here. I'm embarrassed to be here.
Because you're going to be the club that gives us
the fact that I have
first
to sit here and do face-offs with Tottenham Hotspur fan.
Right,
Wallahi, I'll be honest
Rightly
with you.
so.
It's disgusting.
Look
Wallahi,
at
it's
us.
embarrassing.
Look at us.
It's embarrassing.
You
I'll be
thought
honest
we'd
with
be
you.
here, huh?
I wanted to be here with like Faisal, the Real Madrids and the
Yeah.
Barcelonas. Instead, they're making me sit here.
This is where
I'll be
you
honest,
are
I'm
now.
doing it just for the content.
This
you
is
know,
where
yeah?
you
This
are
is just
now.
for
This is where you are now.
this is just for content. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm disgusted that I have to sit here with a Tottenham fan and do face-offs.
Yes.
I never thought that just epitomizes how low my club has fallen.
MashaAllah.
The fact that I have to sit here face to face with you and do face-offs.
MashaAllah.
I can't believe it, because I tell you something, and I mentioned it already, football heritage. This is what Manchester United do. 2 years, we've been in hell. But hey, hell's been a bit fun. Hell's been a bit fun. We've had 5 finals in there. It's been a bit of fun, I can't lie to you. We still walked away 5 finals with a couple trophies, and it's going to continue being fun. Yeah, it's going to continue being fun. Because we're going to go...
We're having a party in hell!
We're having a party over there right now. Yeah? And so we're going to deliver that Europa League. We're going to get the job done. And we're going to finesse our way into Champions League next season. Who said it again?
No. I'm
Chiellini.
going to say to you.
It's the history
it's the
of the
blind
Tottenham.
arrogance. Chiellini said it. Little joke, man. Where is he now? Retired. Dead. Safe. Don't even matter. Anyway.
You know,
I like Chiellini.
yeah, exactly. They're ready to get to 6.
Your days of cashing in heritage and things like this, like you're using it to cash in Carabao Cups, FA Cups. This is not of your stature.
We're cashing in the Europa League too.
When were United competing for Europa Leagues? This has become the normal for you now, and you lot think this is heritage. This is cheap from you.
Heritage
This is
beyond.
tacky.
Listen, it's not tacky.
This is
And
something for us. Because as you said, it's little old Spurs.
But you keep mentioning starving child and why you need to be fed. Yeah, for some reason
deserve to be fed.
You want
We
to
deserve
be.
to
No.
be fed.
No.
You get your
Sometimes
rewards.
there's places in the world where people can't eat, and it's just how it is.
That's
you know,
that's a cold world.
and it's cold. It is a cold world. Yeah, and there's places in the world where people don't eat. Unfortunately, you know, people starve, and Tottenham is like that. Yeah, unfortunately, life's not fair. Life ain't fair.
And
And
I'm
what
not
I'll
asking
do
it
for
to
you,
be fair.
and you know, it's like you said, you alluded to earlier. There's certain clubs that you just need to know your role, and your role is
The arrogance.
holding concerts. You know what I mean? Wizkid, Chris Brown, and you know what? I'll even go to the concerts just to donate to you. How about that? Yeah, because I know Chris Brown's coming this summer. I know this brother ain't going for no Chris Brown. It's actually making sense.
Make sure
I
you
wait,
do.
It's like I waited my whole life for this one night. That's the one night you're waiting for. It's the Europa League final.
Chris Brown song.
That's the Chris Brown song.
I don't know, man.
And that's what you're waiting for.
Yeah,
Listen, that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that one night. I'm here to let you know, unfortunately, that's going to be disappointed, and Manchester United are going to go on to win the Europa League, and then we're going to cash in that briefcase, go into the Champions League, and then do probably the most nastiest piece of work any football club has ever done, and that's go on to win the Champions League next
I
season.
can't wait now. You see, I can't wait to just clip up this video
Yeah.
after that final whistle.
Man United are going to win 3-2. I think it will be a lot of goals in there, but I think Man United will legit.
I think there'll be goals in it as well. I'll be concerned if it goes to penalties, but I think we'll get it done. 2-1. Son Heung-min scores a winner. That's the crazy part.
There's only one name, actually 2 names, but I just want to say one because I want him to deliver the Amad Diallo show. It's gonna be the Amad Diallo show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Destiny. Yeah, we can do that as well, yeah? Yeah, we can do that as well.
Just flip the table as well. Just drink it.
Quick!
Flip the table.
Quickness!
We got him as well.
Hey, listen. May the best man win.
May the best man win.